Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our admins who helped us with this translation. The translation, it reads like this. I never imagined that the person I trusted the most would be the one to betray me. My sister and I, we both grew up in Soweto, here in South Africa, in a small home that was filled with love, but not much else. We were always together, always there for each other through thick and thin. I always thought that family came first, and she was my best friend. That's why what happened still feels like a nightmare that I can't even wake up from. A few years ago, my sister started hanging out with a new group of friends. They were flashy, always wearing designer clothes, and they were driving the latest cars. At first, I was happy for her. She seemed to be doing very well, always had money to spend, and was even able to move out. All of a sudden, she told me that one of her friends had bought a house in Sandton. The next thing, she also had bought a house in Sandton. The way that my sister bought her house, it was as if someone who was just buying bread just went to the shops and you buy your bread. That is how she just bought that house. As a family, we were shocked. We were happy, but still we were in shock with the way that she had managed to buy this house. She told us that she had found a good job and that she was investing. She was talking about forex trading, crypto, and she was into these investment deals that we could not even understand. Since she was someone who was always smart and always making wise decisions, I believed her because I never thought that she would have a reason to lie to me. Little did I know that my sister, my big sister, had sold her soul to the devil. And I did not have any idea with what she wanted to do with my body. Already she had dedicated my health, my well-being to the devil in exchange for money. Things changed though, and I began to notice unusual things happening around me. It started with my health. I used to work at this other small supermarket. Whenever I would be at the till, I would start to feel so dizzy. So much that my Indian boss changed me from working at the till, and I started working packaging stuff until I eventually got fired because I could not work anymore. Besides feeling dizzy, I always had that feeling that I was being followed around. So much that when I would walk in the dark, I still remember there was this other day when I had gone to buy quarter, and when I was returning back, it was late at night, just after 8, even though people were still walking around, but I felt like there was someone who was following me. The moment that I entered into our yard, it was like this person was now really catching up with me. And I ran, and I actually had footsteps of someone that was running and chasing after me. I was always someone who was a healthy person, rarely even caught a cold, but suddenly I was falling sick all the times. It was small things at first, constant headaches, fatigue, a general feeling of unease. I shrugged it off thinking that it was stress, or maybe I was just working too hard. But then it got worse. I began to feel a heavy weight on my chest at night, as if there was someone who would enter into my bedroom and that person would just come and sit right on top of my chest. That pain, I don't even know how to explain. It kept on getting worse and worse until I started hearing voices, like someone was calling my name, as if this person was in a mountain. I could hear the echo of the voice calling me all the times. It was terrifying. I told my sister about this hoping that she would offer me some comfort, but she brushed it off, saying that it was nothing but just a nightmare. My luck seemed to have taken a nosedive as well. I was struggling. I would get hired, then I would get fired. I would make mistakes that I never would have made. It even reached a point whereby I had forgotten how to write. I could not even write my name, and I could not remember how to spell my own name. That was really traumatic. This happened for about 2 weeks. At first, I thought that maybe it was just a bad season, but I saw that my life seemed to be cursed, like everything was slipping through my fingers and I could not control anything. One day, I went to a healer, someone who had helped our family in the past. I did not tell my sister because I did not think that she would understand. When I walked into the healer's hut, she took one look at me and told me that I was carrying a heavy burden, one that was not my own. She said that someone had tied my spirit down to draw strength from my soul, using my energy. The way that I was suffering, that was the way that they were succeeding in life. I was shocked, confused, and angry, for I had no enemies who would want to do something so evil to me, to dedicate my life to an altar, a shrine that I did not know of. The healer performed a ritual, burning herbs. She threw bones and stared at them for what felt like an eternity. Finally, she looked at me. Her eyes were full of sadness, and she said, "It's your sister." Yes, the bones are saying that it's your sister. I could not believe it. I felt sick. Then I started vomiting. She said that it was a good thing that I was vomiting because there was some stuff that they had fed to me in the night when I was fast asleep. I felt as if my world was spinning out of control. I asked the healer how it was even possible. She explained that my sister had performed a ritual and my sister had dedicated my life to a shrine, and my sister had sold her soul to the devil himself. I wanted to cry, but that woman said that I was not supposed to cry. I had to gather the courage to go and speak with my sister. I went to my sister, but to my surprise, she already had a peace order for me. She had a protection order for me, and I could not even understand how I had wronged her. She said that I had once threatened her. The funny part about it, when she said that I had once threatened her, this was when we were still young. I was about 14 at that time, so we were fighting. And then I said that I was going to hit her and I was going to kill her. We were still kids. She used that with her lawyers to get a peace order, something that happened when we were still young, when I was 14. That is what made her to go and get a protection order. Until this day, my sister, she does come to our location. Sometimes I can see her driving her beautiful cars. And when she sees me, it's like I do not even exist in her life. It is just sad. My sister can choose to travel from the place where she is staying. Then she comes into the location to give food to those that are suffering. Yet we, her blood, we are suffering. But I am thankful that I am not dead. I fought for my life when my sister wanted to end my life. Dear listeners, right, there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admins who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.